My roommate told me to figure it out myself when I asked about the dishes, so I made him figure out how to survive in his own apartment. The landlord said I had the patience of a saint after my third roommate complaint in 2 years. Months of different slobs leaving their mark. I'd been patient. The first roommate left pizza boxes until roaches appeared. One before him ate my food constantly, and another left used rubbers on the bathroom floor. Then this spoiled man-child moved in and pushed me too far on a Thursday night, handing me the exact words I'd used to destroy him. I came home from my 12-hour shift to find maggots crawling out of his dish collection that had evolved into its own ecosystem. Not just dirty dishes, a biological hazard that would make health inspectors weep. The smell hit me like a physical wall. 6 months of passive-aggressive notes, 6 months of doing his dishes, 6 months of being the responsible adult had officially ended. Around 11 p.m., I knocked on his door to have one final reasonable conversation. He opened it wearing nothing but boxers and a stained gaming headset around his neck, energy drink cans creating a fortress around his computer. No acknowledgement of the kitchen situation, just annoyed I'd interrupted his raid. I calmly asked how we should handle splitting household responsibilities fairly. Bro laughed and said he didn't have time for drama. When I pointed out the literal maggots, he shrugged and said the 5 words that became his curse. Just figure it out yourself. Those words activated something primal in me. 6 months of tolerance, 6 months of adulting for 2, 6 months of keeping the peace. But telling me to figure out his mess myself? I smiled, said, okay, and walked away. Through his open door, I heard him laughing with his gaming buddies about his annoying roommate. Perfect, I was ready. I started that night by changing the Wi-Fi password, then removed every single item I'd purchased from common areas. Toilet paper, hand soap, dish soap, paper towels, even the light bulbs I'd bought. By morning, I transformed our apartment into a survival puzzle. The beautiful part? Everything was still technically there, just inaccessible. Router locked in my room, circuit breaker key hidden, thermostat reprogrammed with a password. Even the TV remote went to work with me in my backpack. Friday morning, I heard him stumbling around the dark bathroom. He knocked on my door asking about the toilet paper. I called through the door, figure it out yourself. The silence was delicious. He tried to shower, no hot water because I'd adjusted the water heater before work. Texted me about the Wi-Fi password. I responded with his favorite phrase. He had a girl coming over that night. I listened to him trying to explain why they had to use phone flashlights and why he couldn't stream Netflix. She left after 20 minutes. By Sunday, desperation set in. He tried everything. Called the landlord, who said roommate disputes weren't his problem. His parents called me, I explained the maggot situation, and they agreed with me. His mom asked if I could at least give him the Wi-Fi for his online classes. I said he can figure it out himself. His gaming friends showed up trying to negotiate. I offered them cookies I was baking in the kitchen that he couldn't use because I'd removed all the shared cookware. The second week, he got creative. He ordered a router but couldn't find where the cable connected because I'd locked the utility closet. Asked me where the cable hookup was. I just texted back, figure it out yourself. Bought toilet paper. I'd watch him carry it to his room every single time like a security blanket. Tried to pick the thermostat lock. I caught him and reminded him that it was technically vandalism. He started showering at the gym, doing laundry at his boy's place, eating nothing but takeout. The fruit flies in his room multiplied into biblical proportions. I thrived. Neighbors started noticing his disheveled appearance, his car full of takeout containers, the fact he was living like a refugee in his own apartment. Thursday morning of week 3, I found him sitting in the kitchen at 5 a.m., just staring at the sink he'd finally cleaned. Hair greasy, designer clothes wrinkled, the trust fund prints reduced to apartment homeless. We made eye contact as I started making my coffee with my personal French press. His eye bags were dark. He started to speak, probably to apologize or negotiate. I cut him off with a raised hand and pulled out a printed chore chart, bathroom cleaning schedule, and a list of shared expenses. Set them on the counter and walked back to my room without a word. That evening when I got home, the papers were signed and posted on the fridge. The kitchen was spotless, bathroom cleaned, and a stack of toilet paper sat in the hall closet with a receipt showing he paid. I changed the Wi-Fi password to something he could figure out himself. Figure it out yourself. He left 2 months later.